I've got no roots, but my home was never on the ground. I've got no roots, but my home was never on the ground. I've got no roots. I've got no roots. I've got no roots.
The housing market has reached frantic proportions. Seems that everybody is building, buying, or selling. New story? The mortgage meltdown.
70 mortgage companies have failed in the last few months in America, and now the biggest of the big companies, the Bear Stearns, the big banks, are caught holding the bag.
You've got to imagine that Hank Paulson didn't think he signed up for this when President Bush picked him to become Treasury Secretary.
Our economy could face far worse than a recession.
There's no way the taxpayers are going to go for another bailout. Very large purchase assistance package.
But on my forehead, we are not bailing out Lehman. Wall Street has a gambling problem. The government keeps covering their losses. They never learn anything.
There's no politician who's going to sign off on a bailout. Why would you bail out people whose sole job is to make money?
Capital injections?
Dan, come on.
I can't believe you're pulling out the N-word.
I'm not saying nationalize the banks. I'm saying isolate the ones that are really in trouble and make an investment.
It's un-American.
It's sure un-Republican.
You make the government a stockholder.
You can't just hand the banks massive piles of cash. Nobody's going to go for it. To the Republicans, it's nationalization. To the Democrats, it's a bailout. And the banks are going to go ballistic.
Sorry, Dan. Not going to happen.
In this scene, the government is conducting a bailout or providing financial assistance to several entities like companies, banks, or etc. to at least reduce the likelihood of failure of criminal activities within their entities.
Arrest the stress in our financial system. Through our new TARP authority, Treasury will purchase preferred stock in each of the banks represented in this room. That stock will yield 5% the first 5 years, 9% after that. We give you money, you lend it out. It will unfreeze credit, stabilize the banks, restore confidence. Everyone will be better off with more capital in the system, and that is why all 9 of you will participate in the program.
Some of us don't need any capital.
You all need capital. You have no idea what the market's going to look like in a year.
Neither do you. So why am I in this room talking about bailing you out?
The stronger banks will serve as cover for the weaker banks. If just some of you take it, the money is a signal that a bank is too weak to survive. The market will devour it.
Approaching the end of the movie, Paulson ordered a significant capital injection into major entities to mitigate further decline. However, Paulson's team could establish his formation policies due to concern that these entities may not agree or want to get involved. To determine how the injected funds should be appropriately used to rescue their entities.
Well, I certainly hope that they...
What?
I hope they use the money the way we're asking them to. They will lend it out, won't they?
Of course they will. Of course they will.
Do it, Paulson said. There was a sense of doubt in Paulson when deciding to carry out the bailout for the entities. And indeed, in the credit scene, it's revealed that only a few of them used the money for its intended purpose. This demonstrates that a bailout can assist with company or bank issues that can impact a nation's economy and be seen as a counterproductive measure.